This video is so weird to me. And I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm interpreting this video completely incorrectly because you have like the super right wing religious person who, they're making their own aesthetic argument about the problems they have with society. Problems which a lot of people agree with. They won't agree with a lot of stuff that the Christian character is saying, but they'll agree with like half of the things they're saying. And then the only counter to that is like the leftist character who gives no actual counter at all. They just say like, you're an exorcist. You're like a crazy preacher person. Like, so what is this video supposed to be doing exactly? What is the point of this video?
It is to create negative stereotypes of Christian conservatives.
Yeah, but it almost feels like it's doing the opposite. Because if you have two characters that are arguing, and one of them is making half of the points that you agree with, and the other one is providing no
rebuttal,
tangible pushback.
This is irresponsible platforming at its finest.
Yeah, that's what's like. This is so weird. Like Contra irresponsibly platformed herself. Like
yes, yeah.
Like it's so bizarre.
She's not even attempting to rebut these arguments.
Yeah, like it's just very strange to me.
Yeah.
And yet, if you look at the comments, they're all like, "This video was so well done. I'm losing my mind."
Yeah, because it's all based on the pictures and not the words.
Or I like this former Q follower here, so you know they're
no
really,
way the virtue signal. Oh, I fell down the Nazi rabbit hole, and now you've saved me, Contra.
Yeah, you know they're really,
notice me.
Really in the good headspace. I have already deleted this comment once because of anxiety. Just want to say that your ability to conceptualize and articulate both sides is incredible. I wish we saw more people that had this level of understanding for both sides.
That comment is just completely blackpilled me. I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight over that comment. Thank you.
Yes. Isn't it like this? Someone honestly thought that this was a good portrayal of both sides of the argument here.
Yeah. So. It's true. All conservatives are mentally challenged.
Yeah. And all leftists are basically feckless drug addicts, you know?
Crazy.
Maybe that's true.
For the sake of righteousness. For the Lord.
What's wrong with drug addicts? You fucking...
There you go. I guess I'm just hoity-toity over here. Anti-drug addict.
Watch out.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I would never do drugs in a video, for heaven's sakes, but, you know.
Lord commands me not to hate my brother, Justin. Wow, super controversial, super provocative, super brave and super bold. We're living in Orwell's nightmare, but you're a freedom fighter and you refuse to be silenced. Amazing. Look, I just think it's great that three people with differing opinions can all sit down in a room and have a respectful conversation. Well, cheers to us. Is it great? You know, I don't think it's that great. And I don't think there's anything respectful about the two of you sitting here interrogating the morality of queer people, something you know absolutely nothing about. Oh, I know more than you might think. I used to be a homosexual. No, you God, what? No, I'm not.
I checked out before the turn came. Okay.
Bum, bum, bum.
Now she's the Milo Yiannopoulos character.
Yes, now she's the Milo.
Doing this today. I'm sorry, you used to be a homosexual? That's right, Jackie. Before I was saved.
Well, and also, if, you know, the leftist character is like, oh, you don't know anything about queer morality or whatever. It's like, okay, but so explain it.
Yeah, what is... I want to know what queer morality is.
Right.
I mean, obviously you're using a different definition of morality than me, but let's hear that first.
Right.
What is your definition of morality?
I don't know if Contra's ever done a video on that subject.
On morality? Yeah.
Well, on like, quote unquote, what is queer morality?
Yeah.
Here we go. I used to be a lesbian. That's who I thought I was. I lived that lifestyle. You used to be a lesbian. Okay. Name 5 things you love about men. This should be good. Gather round, everyone. Let's all witness the power of Christ. I'm sure this will be very convincing. I love the Lord, who does not command me to be straight. He commands me to be holy. Fear not, you will no longer live in shame. for your creator will be your husband. Okay. Well, if you want to be the bride of Christ, then by all means, but, you know, keep it in the bedroom. I'm tired of you people shoving your lifestyle in everyone's face. Virginia, I'm confused. I thought people are just born that way. Like, Jesus can't change that. Jackie, the mainstream media establishment doesn't want you to know that people like me exist because that goes against their narrative. But recovered homosexuals should be allowed to tell our stories. The ploy of the enemy.
I don't hear any of this in conservative media.
No, I know.
That's why I feel like this is completely divorced from reality.
Well,
what does this have to do with the conversation we're having now?
This is it's to me, this is very dishonest because it's obviously supposed to be like a stand-in for trans regret, which is far more common
right
than you know, recovered homosexuals or whatever the fucking dumb
oh
term
okay is. I got you. So she's mixing metaphors here. It's
right,
not really about she's playing trans regret. It's
right. And it's well, it's so bullshit because there's plenty of interviews, plenty of articles about people that I've seen that you can find about people who transitioned and either had a bad outcome or realized they didn't actually have gender dysphoria as they got older and regretted it. There's a lot of stories like that. When it comes to like gay people being quote unquote cured, like
there's
the
none.
only one I can think of is Milo Yiannopoulos. And as you said, you're like, I don't even know if that's true or if he's just fucking like just trying to seek attention because it feels like something Milo would do. So, like, it's just so ridiculous to compare these two things.
There are a number of like internet famous detransitioners too.
Yes.
So why didn't she just play it as why it would be better if she just said, well, I used to be trans, because then it would be.
But then she would have to actually address all the arguments relating to trans stuff as opposed to creating this like 1990s level commentary about Christians that don't like gay people or something.
Yeah. And also she'd be forced to grapple with all the differences between the gay situation and the trans situation, which is just, I mean, their standard argument in favor of the trans ideology is that, you know, this happened with gay people and this is the same path. We're on the same path. You know, we just need to normalize it. But I completely disagree. I mean, they're like night and day as far as situations go.
Right.
Yeah.
Is to make us feel that we cannot change. But what if every addict said, well, I'm just a junkie. That's who I am. I sexually identify as an alcoholic, so Jesus can't change me. Well, that's a good point. No, it isn't. Gay is just a feeling. Homosexual lust, same-sex temptation, that's a feeling, not an identity. Like, maybe you struggle with wrath, but you don't identify as wrathful. Maybe sometimes you want to punch a guy in the face. I want to punch you in the face. And yet, you haven't punched me. Lo and behold, you have a desire without acting on the desire. When I was saved, I left behind the false identity I used to walk in, and I was delivered by Christ's transformative love. My old self has been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who lives, but Christ lives in me. But before I made God...
This is boring.
Lord of my...
I mean, it is. This is so boring. How do people watch this schlock?
I don't know.
It's so predictable too. Like, comedy is about surprise, and there's absolutely zero surprises here.
Do you think that Contra's audience is watching this part and laughing? Do you think they think this is funny?
Why? I'm mystified. This is the thing. Good writing, when I read it, I know how I'm supposed to feel, and I feel that willingly, lovingly. As a writer myself, when I write good writing, I am trying to make it as clear as possible to people. This is how you're supposed to feel at this point. this scene is supposed to make you feel this way.
Right.
How am I supposed to feel here? I have no fucking clue.
You
What
want
is
to be as a
happening?
parent. You want to be as a parent as shooting missiles into someone's dick. Yeah.
Well,
I
I
understand.
just, yeah, you understand. Yeah, you get it, man. As a
An inside
co-author,
joke that only Adam got.
as a
But it's fine, chat.
co-author on many projects together, Sitch gets it. What's going on here? What is happening here, Sitch? Fill me in. Be my contra.
Well, it's strange because like 90%, or maybe not 90, like 75% of the video has been dominated by the right-wing character talking and laying out their worldview and their position.
Mm-hmm.
And like the leftist character has barely done any talking, hasn't really forwarded any arguments, hasn't even forwarded their worldview at all.
Right.
And you're right. I don't understand, like, what is Contra's audience supposed to be taking from this? Because the only thing I like, if I was a leftist, I'd be watching this and be like, Contra, this video is dog shit. Okay.
It is
This video is
dog shit.
terrible. You're
Yeah.
irresponsibly platforming yourself. Okay. But the only thing I can think of is maybe her audience is so in the bubble that they actually don't need commentary. All they need is, like, to them, they disagree with this stuff so strongly that she just has to put on an outfit and say it in a pious tone with pious music in the background, and they just laugh because they just already come to the table thinking it's so absurd.
Well, I don't even think she's mastered the tradcon aesthetic. She looks like a fucking hippie from Humboldt. Like,
Oh, you're right.
yeah, I'm
I
not.
see what you're saying.
Yeah. So, like, visually, she doesn't scream tradcon, and what she's saying doesn't scream.
It's the
scream
dress. It's the
tradcon.
flower dress. She needs like one of those blue dresses with little white polka dots. Then she'd be okay.
Yeah,
Maybe a different color headband.
it's so weird. It's
Yeah,
so
you're right.
weird. It's
It
like
does. I didn't
it's
see
a
that till you said it,
hippie
yeah.
on the left. This chick belongs in a commune somewhere.
Right. Right.